What your favorite fruit says about you, banana, you're either extremely chill or one bad day away from snapping. You think peeling something counts as cooking. Apple, you peaked in elementary school. You say an apple a day, but you mean one Apple product per year. Strawberry, you're romantic with trust issues. You've curated an aesthetic and will die defending it, even if it's just pink cottagecore trauma. Pineapple, you love chaos, tangy drama, and putting things where they absolutely do not belong. Yes, you like pineapple on pizza. And jail. Watermelon, you live for summer but melt under pressure. You have strong opinions about vibes, snacks, and outdoor seating. Orange, you believe breakfast is a personality. You peel oranges with your bare hands and think that makes you earthy. Grapes, you're either 5 years old or a Roman emperor. You love convenience, drama, and passive-aggressive snacking. Blueberry, you romanticize rainy mornings and have a deep emotional connection with pancakes. You're small, mysterious, and full of antioxidants and grudges. Kiwi, you're quirky and slightly unhinged. You eat the skin and scare people with your casual disregard for social norms. Mango, you think life should be a Bollywood movie. You're sweet, messy, and have ghosted people just to feel tropical. Peach, you flirt for sport. You text with the emoji and think it counts as emotional vulnerability. You live for compliments and peachy lighting. Pear, you're quiet, underappreciated, and slightly confused about your purpose. You taste better than people remember. So do your comebacks. Lemon, you're either zestfully positive or pure bitterness in a yellow shell. You claim to be cleansing, but mostly you just burn people. Avocado, you believe in brunch and betrayal. You've paid $18 for toast and felt good about it. You're gentrification with a seed. Raspberry, you're soft, dramatic, and full of seeds and secrets. You probably listen to sad indie music while baking something unnecessarily aesthetic. Blackberry, you love dark academia and being not like the other berries. You still mourn the death of your old phone with actual buttons. Coconut, you're hard to get into but full of surprises. You smell like vacation and give advice like a mysterious aunt who lives on a boat. Papaya, you're tropical, misunderstood, and probably pretending you like it more than you do. Deep down, you're just here for the vibes. Pomegranate, you're complex, high maintenance, and worth the trouble, allegedly. You spill drama like red juice and stain everything, including relationships. Dragon fruit, you desperately want to be interesting. You buy niche things just to post them. Deep down, you're 80% Instagram filter. Grapefruit, you say you like the bitterness, but really, you enjoy suffering with a hint of citrus. You're the human version of salt on wounds. Cantaloupe, you're always invited to the party, but no one's ever excited to see you. You're just doing your best out there in that fruit salad. Honeydew, you exist solely to make other fruits feel superior. You have the personality of wet cardboard, but think you're subtle and refined. Or fig, you're niche, mysterious, and possibly immortal. You know things others don't, like what a fig actually tastes like. Passion fruit, you're chaotic, tangy, and emotionally intense. You call things vibes and cry during perfume commercials. Cherry, you flirt like it's a job and break hearts with the same effort it takes to pop one in your mouth. You are the drama. Starfruit, you're rare, pretty, and totally impractical. You have zero nutritional value, but a lot of main character energy. Durian, you scare people, you smell like emotional baggage and trauma-flavored gum. Or you think being misunderstood is an aesthetic. Lychee, you're soft, dangerous, and always underestimated. You look sweet, but would absolutely push someone off a boat in silence. Tomato, you like arguing online. You say things like technically, and ruin group chats with food facts. You taste better with salt and regret. Cranberry, you're tart, seasonal, and secretly want to fight everyone. You appear once a year and make it everyone's problem. Apricot, you were born in the wrong century. You love vintage spoons and write poetry on typewriters. You also disappear from texts for weeks. Gooseberry, you claim to be off the grid and very into nature, but you're just really bad at replying to messages. Mulberry, no one really knows who you are, and you like it that way. You exist just to confuse people in farmers markets. Jackfruit, you're enormous, dramatic, and hard to handle. You say plant-based with pride and smell like commitment issued. Plum, you're soft, mysterious, and constantly feel overlooked. You say things like people don't appreciate complexity anymore. Tangerine, you're basically orange light. You're fun, upbeat, and possibly a kid with a sticky face and zero taxes. Nectarine, you're like a peach, but with trust issues. You look polished, but have deep existential thoughts in the produce aisle. Rambutan, you enjoy confusing people with your exotic taste and edgy outer shell. You definitely wore spiked bracelets in middle school. Date, you're sweet, ancient, and trying very hard to be trendy again. Your favorite word is sustainable, and you own a compost bin. Or currant, you like things bitter, small, and obscure. You scoff at raisins and think mainstream fruits are for cowards. Zucchini, you're not like the other fruits. You're versatile, awkward, and frequently mistaken for a vegetable. You make great bread, though. Bing cherry, you live for summer flings, emotional highs, and staining your soul a deep red. You love short stories and passive aggression. Kumquat, You're tiny, bold, and aggressively underappreciated. You bite first, ask questions later, and taste like citrus with a vendetta. Boysenberry, you exist solely to make jam and chaos. You say, I'm not a regular berry, I'm a cool berry.